Gosh.
What do you want to talk about?
Invincible. I don't know if you're gonna cut this out or not. Or like I should just save it till the end or whatever.
Yeah, I'll keep it in. Go ahead.
No, no, I'm just saying the show is incredible. Shout out to Invincible, man.
That's what I said last week.
Best best show on TV. Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, every week I look forward to this. It's how many episodes do we have left? Like three,
Not a
two?
lot. Not a
It's a
lot.
shame, man. It's crazy.
It's not even close how amazing it is. It's
I mean,
unbelievable.
what else on you know what I do need to watch actually? This is the nerd coming out. We'll talk sports in a minute. But the Darth Maul show, the Disney one, Star Wars, I heard it's very good. So
Because they
we'll
got all
see.
Filoni's guys back. The guy who
Yep. He got all his dudes. And then Sam Witwer too, the guy who voices him. It's
yeah.
huge nerd. So it's just a bunch of nerds. Like they all actually care about what they're making,
Watched
which
it
is like
when I was watching
shocker. It's gonna be good now. It's like what are we doing?
watching
Like
it
why did this take so long?
when I well, we don't do politics here, but
No, that's not what I'm saying. But my point is like, yeah, like it's like the SpongeBob meme. It's like this is what we wanted the whole time. He's like going back there and he's like actually
yeah.
putting the Krabby Patties on the grill. It's like, dude, just give me what I want, and we'll all watch this and we won't complain. It's like,
Or just follow the comics exactly. That's what Invincible is doing. They're just following it scene by scene.
I mean, doesn't George Lucas have like drafts of all the sequel
Everything.
movies that he wanted to do? And they literally looked at him when they bought out Star Wars. They go, nah, we're actually good, believe it or not. He's like, all right, whatever. It's here's now, I guess.
Hey guys, welcome back to Giant and the Jet, episode 48. Bobby is selfishly in Italy. He's being lazy. And to replace him, we got Eric Onjack. Eric, thank you for
Hey,
being
hey,
here.
how's it going, guys? Thank you, John and the Jet.
Allison's being sarcastic. All right. No, I know. I get it. I get it. All right. First things, the national championship just happened.
Yep.
I don't know how much you watched.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts on college hoops? I have mine. Do you want me to go first?
Really fast. You know, I just want to say something in hindsight because this is brief. It's so funny watching the end of the tournament because I mean, you watch that final game and Michigan, I just want to preface by saying this team's probably going to go down in as one of the best teams in history. I mean, they look incredible. It's just so funny because I had a bracket and I had Duke, so stupid, winning it all. And you watch like a small mistake like Carlos Boozer's kid made, I think the younger one and the shorter one, turn the ball over in the last whatever it was 30 seconds when they were up. And then you watch another team like Michigan, and it was like, I don't know how much of the final you watched. It was like watching gnats swarming.
Yeah.
And, you watch the first half, and Michigan didn't even shoot that well. Like they weren't playing that well offensively, but they were still up by a few points, I think. And I was like, I remember at the halftime, I was like, man, they are just gonna absolutely come out the second half and just dominate them. And every shot's contested. It's like old school, hard-nosed defense, post moves, mid-range stuff. It's like this is just winning basketball. I remember when we were younger watching the Spurs growing up, we were just watching these games and you just watch them move the ball and it's so seamless. And it's like, well, it's just eye test. You see this is the better team. And then you watch the other team go down the other end of the court and they're struggling. They're struggling to get shots up.
Michigan
They're,
had four straight tournament games where they held the opponent to their season-long low field goal percentage. Like they
yeah.
were shooting, teams they were going against were shooting overall, not just in the threes, but in the low 30%.
I had a little
Score.
chain here. It says right here, it says Michigan had plus 599 point differential in regular season, plus 114 in the tournament, plus 713 the whole season. They were number two in blocks, top five in assists, top 20 in rebounds. It's good. Number 28 in three point, which didn't matter in the final. You saw, I think in the first half, they shot really poorly from three. Didn't matter. And I think it says 17 out of 40 games, they scored 90 or more points, college. I mean, lost three games by a combined 16 points. It's just like so obvious when you look at it at the end. But, it's going to, spoiler, it's going to be my worst take was not having them, not having them win at all. I mean, it was just so. You look on paper and then you look eye test after the fact. I mean, they were just the best team. I mean, what are we even doing here? But
They lost to Duke. They lost to Purdue.
when was the Duke game?
The Duke game was in February. I watched it. So, yeah, I agree with almost every single thing you're saying. That's why, spoiler alert, that was my best take. I picked Michigan to win. I watched Michigan a lot this year just because I really like their coach, which is Dusty May, who
Yeah.
led FAU to the Final Four. If you're leading Florida Atlantic University to the Final Four, you might be one of the best coaches in the country, unless it's like one of those weird runs. But even the next year, we were good. Uh, I two things. One, I think certain coaches retired. So for like 3 years, we all didn't know what to do. Like you could pretty much safely assume Roy Williams, Coach Izzo, Coach K, we're going to get to the Elite Eight almost every single year, unless there was an outlier. I think this guy for UConn, Hurley, is going to be Final Four is a stretch because that's almost impossible. But I think you can pencil in Hurley and Dusty May into that Elite Eight every year for the next 5 years, unless something like
Yep.
crazy happens where it's an upset upon upsets. But I think we just watched the future of college basketball because both of those coaches are young. Hurley's only 53. I think Dusty May's in his Dusty May
He's young, dude. He's in his 40s, right? I think.
49. So these two
Yeah.
coaches, if they decide to stick to college, and I think they're going to, can easily be here for 20 years. Patino just
Yep.
signed a 5-year contract. I don't want to look him up too. I know he's in his mid 70s. I think he's 76 years old. Like I think he's
Yeah.
signed until 81 years old. So you're looking at,
How
I think
old's Rick Pitino now? I remember he's been around for so long,
that's
man.
Rick.
St. John's,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
I might have mispronounced. He's 73. So
Yeah.
he's gonna go to 78. He just signed a 5-year extension. So
Yeah.
these coaches, they don't retire. Coach K retired at 75. Is Michigan State guy still around? I think we just watched, and this is my take for the future
The
references.
turning.
Huh?
Yeah, the
Oh,
passing
no,
of the
I was trying.
torch.
I think
Yeah.
we just watched the two coaches going forward who are going to run college basketball. I
Yep.
think Duke's going to be there because Duke's Duke, and the reality is, it's almost impossible to keep blowing 19-point leads. Um, right? Almost, it was ridiculous. They lost on a buzzer beater. Like having
I
Duke
mean,
chip wasn't exactly the
it
worst
was
take
just
in the world.
mental error. They shouldn't have even been in that position. They should have been shooting free throws. So it's like, yeah, it's close.
My coach is so young; he's going to learn. He'll be fine. Give him 5 years. Learn from your mistakes. I mean, I guarantee you, Duke head coach age. He's 38. He's 38 years old. I mean, my God, Eric, that's borderline our age. Like he's going to
That's
be
insane
fine.
to think he's 7 years older than we are. It's nuts.
If Duke stays on this path and doesn't fire this coach and they don't fire people, he'll be in five. By the time he's 49, which is 11 more years, he'll be the best coach in college basketball. He's just young right now. They're taking their,
Yep.
they're still the number one team overall. But yeah, no, Michigan was unbelievable. I did have them winning. I didn't end up winning the bracket because the other teams in the final four, I wasn't even relatively close.
No.
But yeah, UConn. I think we just saw the next 5 years of college basketball is UConn and Michigan.
Hey,
So
it's the turning of the tide.
yeah,
I'm
uh,
watching the Yanks right now. Bases are loaded for the A's. God.
can't do both. I literally
I know.
go to a
I
different
know.
room because I can't do both.
I just have them on the background, so I'm like, you'll see my eyes.
Yeah,
We have two outs, but the bases are loaded.
that's our
Uh,
college basketball. We really don't talk about me and Bobby don't talk about college basketball a lot, but the national championship happened, so I thought I'd throw it in. This is going to be your bread and butter. It's going to be your segment because I pretty much do a Yankees rant every single week, and I'm going to take a little break unless you say something to rile me up. It's been, I think we're in week 3 of the season or week 2.
yeah, what are we, 10 games? What's our record right now?
We're going into week 3.
Yeah.
What's your Yankees review so far? What are your thoughts?
I'm not getting my hopes up, but okay, we're
That's
8-2. Sorry. We're 8-2. I do this every year, and I have to remind myself to kind of like keep myself level-headed. Every year, I'm like, I'm gonna just watch. I'm not gonna get frustrated. But then we get off to a start like this, and we look so good, and there are just so many good things that we've changed and
10.
that we're doing differently compared to past. years, aka the past 10 to 15 years.
What are we doing differently?
That being said, I mean, we're pitching very well, which is great. But I don't know if you've been watching the games, but we're running bases very, very well. We're getting on base and we're running very well,
We
which
are.
is which is abnormal for what we've been practicing and preaching, the last decade or so. So, from that point of view, it's good. But I also kind of look at our pitching right now, and it's kind of like a too many good things in your basket situation where we have one of the best starting pitching rotations in baseball right now, which is fantastic. It's great. But you have to think too that we have Luis Heel coming back on Friday. We have Rodon coming back hopefully soon. Who knows with this guy? Every time he's injured,
Yeah.
he's got some weird thing going on and then he gets delayed. And then, we have Cole probably coming back the end of next month, hopefully. So it's like, where do you kind of put these guys? How are we going to, with Schlittler playing fantastic, you know, with Freed playing amazing, you got to kind of bump guys down, which can be a good thing, I guess, right? What do we have right now on the rotation that's going to go down to the bullpen? We've
Also, that
got,
kid in the minors who's going to be the best closer in baseball.
yeah, we got Ryan Weathers. And who's starting tonight? Who started tonight? Tyler Warren, right? Yeah. So it's like these guys have to go to the bullpen, but you almost think like to yourself, these guys are all coming back from injury and we're pitching so well right now. Is it going to kind of upset the unspoken chemistry kind of, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, listen, as of right now, I'm not getting too crazy. Listen, it's a long season. It's really, really early, but
Yeah,
we do look good. So, you know what?
I know.
We'll wait and see until we play these really good teams. Obviously we're playing like the Marlins. Okay. Awesome. We look good against the Marlins, but can we look good against real teams? We'll see. So I'm not gonna die on a hill for the Yankees as of right now. We'll see when June rolls around, start really like
I
picking it
feel
up
like I
and
walked into this season walking like when you walk into a movie and you're like, this movie's going to be horrible.
yeah, yeah.
It's going to be horrible. The wrong person recommended it. Like I'm just like,
But I took the recommendation anyway. Why did I do it?
this is just gonna. I'm here for the popcorn, and I'm in the first 15 minutes, and I'm like, this is
All
good.
right. All right.
This
Not
is
so bad.
this isn't
Not
so.
so bad.
But I mean, I don't know. Fucking, I went on a whole rant last week. It's 2-2. I was just watching. It was
Yeah.
tied.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm just looking at the overall team. I would say I'm not going to mention this later, but I would say Ben Rice is surprising me at how I think overall of a good ball player he is. And you know, I don't know what Jazz is going to do, but the fact that he's a free agent, maybe he has a career year. I hope we don't sign him. You know how much he wants? He wants 10 years, $350 million. dollars.
Mike, that's what people are getting paid right now, unfortunately. I mean, do you want to pay a guy that much money like Jazz? I mean, probably not, but that's what these guys are getting paid, dude.
Bring up that
And
prospect we almost traded to the Pirates, and you just put him right at fucking second base, or put
yeah,
Volpe at second where he belongs. If is he alive? I don't know.
we don't know. Who knows with this guy? We're waiting on so many people right now. That's why it's shocking that we're doing so well because we do have a lot of injured pieces that we were expecting to get, later in the season.
Dude,
So, as of right now,
did
I do
you
want to shout out Cashman though for a really good move. The fact that we re-sign Belly, I think is phenomenal. I think Bellinger is so huge for the team. I think it's a great re-signing. We give Cashman a lot of shit, but he did he did pull off a good move. I was a little scared, to be honest, early in the offseason.
gave him a thumbs
I didn't know if we were going to re-sign him or not. So, you know,
I gave him
I'll
a.
take that. I'll give him credit.
I'm actually looking up something right now because I'm trying to find. It was this trade that we had offered to. We had
The
offered
Pirates trade.
that. I cannot believe the Pirates did not accept that trade, and I also cannot
Did
believe
we actually
he
send that or is
offered
that what
it.
they wanted? Okay. All right. Well, do
Apparently,
that.
we offered it. It was our ace Cam, Spencer
Yep.
Jones, our number
Yep.
one prospect, the shortstop, and our number one closer. I can't pronounce any of their names, but
No, that's all right.
number one
We
closer,
sent that for
outfielder,
sure, or they
shortstop.
wanted that.
That I wouldn't trade to the. Apparently, we sent it, and the Pirates declined it
And when was that? That was a trade deadline ish.
last year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey,
Dude,
you know what? Thank God.
thank God. No, like thank
Yeah,
God.
no, thank God. Thank God they rejected that. Thank God. Because can
Oh,
you imagine this guy Schlittler's over there and you get Because it's funny with the Yankees, and this is I don't want to get into a rant. I don't want to because we are doing well, but Pat and I, your younger brother, Pat Leone and I always joke about management and our prospects. And with the Yankees, it's so frustrating because for years now we've had these really awesome top prospects, right? Spencer Jones looks great. This guy was lighting it up in preseason, and you know,
You
you
think
look around, you're like, are we ever gonna play this guy? Like he's 26 years old now. He's not getting younger. Are we going to play him? And it's like, there's like a flow chart. Are we going to play him? No. Oh, well, are we going to trade him? Well, also no, because he's too good to trade. Well, if he's too good to trade, are we going to play him? No. It's like, well, what the hell are we doing? Like, it's a stupid, it's such a typical Yankee thing where it's like you see guys struggling. Like we always joke, Trent Grisham, like, yeah, he's funny. He's like a meme for Yankee fans, kind of, at least for us and our friend group. But it's like, yeah, you see this guy struggle, why the hell are we not bringing this guy Spencer Jones up? And it's early still. We might bring him up. We might give him playing time. But, we saw it with Jason Dominguez too, where like the kid comes up and he's young and he's supposed to be this really awesome prospect. And then, you bring him up and he gets hot for a little while and then you send him back down. And it's like flip flop,
literally couldn't field the ball?
you
He
know?
couldn't catch a pop fly.
Yeah, that was insane.
Oh,
But, but when they are playing well, it's just such a flip flop thing. I remember we did this with Clint Frazier too. Shout out Clint Frazier. Nick and I met him at the last Yankee game we went to together. But it was the same thing where he's just flip flop. Are they the greatest players? No, but they're also young. You got to give them playing time. I mean, there's a certain point where you're starting these guys like Ryan McMahon's awesome, right at third, but dude can't fucking hit. He can't hit anything. So it's like now you got this guy. What's his name that hit the two home runs? Ahmed Rosario came in clutch it last night. I mean, then you look at that and you're like, well, the guy hit a home run to put us up one or tie us up 1-1, whatever it was. And then he hit the dinger to walk it off. It's
yeah.
like, well, is the defense that much worse? Like, we got to start playing this guy. Got to do something. Can't have a guy that's up there just like a
Problem
stick
is,
in the water. Like,
the
he's,
problem
he's
with
there.
playing prospects is when we're in win now mode.
Yeah. Well, it's 10 games in, so this is the time to fucking start him, okay? It's not when we're in
You're in win
July.
now mode. You have to win now,
Yeah.
and you can't manage your players, even though we
Yeah.
do manage our players dramatically. Um,
It's
I,
astonishing.
I had a comment, and I'm only saying this because Bobby's not here. I just had a thought. So before we move on to the next topic, I just wanted to
Yeah.
say, you know what I realized about the New York Mets? Because usually we do Yankees, Mets. So this is the Mets part of the podcast right now. Matter of fact, I'll say Mets on YouTube. That was a franchise born out of hatred and jealousy.
As
So
of recently, it is, yeah, for
no, no,
sure. If
no,
it
no.
wasn't born it, it's
Born out.
adopted it.
No, it was born out of it. So the Giants and the Dodgers. I really thought about this on my car ride home.
Yeah.
They left New York to go to California.
Hmm.
And basically, what happened were all those fans who didn't like California were just sitting there bitter, filled with anger and hate and jealousy. And they're like, well, we don't want to be Yankee fans. We don't want to be part of this. I mean, what, 20 World Series in 40 years? We
Yeah.
hate them. That's not us. So we're going to create something almost like Sauron created the Ring of Power,
The Ring of Power
create this team out of hate and jealousy. And that's
and
how,
malice and put it into one.
yeah, we're going to get all of our hatred. We're going to get all of our hatred that the Dodgers left, all of our hatred that the Giants left, all of our hatred of the Yankees. And we're going to make this make believe team. And we're going to be bitter about it for the next
Yeah.
50 years.
It's like Larry David opening a spite store,
Yeah, it
you
is.
know?
It's a spite team.
It's a spite team. It's a spite
It is
baseball
the New
franchise.
York Mets are a spite team.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why that clicked in my head today. And I was like, yeah, they literally were created out of spite that their team left.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
that would be like
Pure
if,
spite.
yes, well, we hate you guys. It's like,
That
well,
is funny to think about.
why didn't you just become a Yankees fan? It was so there. It was right in front of you. So, well, and you can even imagine, Bob, and I'll make fun of Bobby right now because he's not here to defend himself. You can imagine a Mets fan going, well, I don't like them. I don't want to be a Yankees fan. I don't want to do this. It's like, just do it. It's right there. The next 100 years are in front of you. You can win.
It's just like such a contrarian thing, It's like it's like you're just doing it to be different, at that point. Like you don't want to follow
It's
the
a
masses, even
slight
though
team.
even though it's objectively such a really cool thing, to be a Yankees fan, especially back then.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't want to be a Yankees fan. It's like, okay, dude, all right.
Oh, who was there at the time? Mickey Mantle in his prime?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I don't even say right now, right? Right now we
Yes.
haven't won in a while. But like, back then, yeah. I mean, it is a
What do you
contrarian
mean
thing
right
to do.
now? We have Aaron Judge has won three out of the past four MVPs. Fun fact, Eric, how many MVPs have the Mets won? Zero.
Oh,
Never. They've never won one
crazy.
in their entire history. How is that even possible?
Juan
So,
Soto though. Juan Soto. Juan Soto might win. You're right.
anyway, yeah. So I just thought about that today. That's the Mets segment. Bob, that's for you. I did that for
Shout
you.
out. Yep.
Shout out, Bobby. We did cover the Mets today. You guys suck. Okay.
They did have a walk-off. Shout out though, some good news on top, the cherry on top of the shit pie. They have a walk-off the other day. Was it last night or 2 nights ago?
I also have
Whatever it was.
best
Good for
record.
them.
ALE, so good for them. All right, moving on. See, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
fun.
it is fun, honestly.
All right. So we usually cover Giants and Jets. I'm not going to go on a rant about the Jets. The only thing we
I
have
mean,
to,
what's the point? It's April.
yeah. So we really don't, talk about it too much. The one thing I'll say, which is huge in the New York Giants world, is Dexter Lawrence.
Yep.
He has requested a trade. I believe you could get somewhere along the lines of one or two first round draft picks if you were to trade him. Or if you re-signed him, I think he's looking for money that would be higher than Micah Parsons. So, what do you think if you're the GM of the New York Giants, or technically John Harbaugh, because John Harbaugh spit on our GM's face? Who, what would you do with Dexter Lawrence?
I don't know. Listen, I mean, this is kind of common nowadays. He's obviously unhappy. He's been around with us through the dark years, Mike, and we've been in the dark years for a while. So,
Tired.
it's tough. It's tough because we've we've worked together, and I know for a fact, I don't want to speak for you, but you and I have been employed together in some establishments that have been through dark times, and it is mentally very and emotionally, mind you. I think this is purely what he's saying out of emotion, not mental. It does weigh down
World of
on you
Beer?
emotionally because it is draining. It's
I
mentally
like
draining.
World of Beer.
No, well, yeah, World of Beer was great, but not to name any names, it was great to work there because we made it fun. But point being, it is a little mentally challenging, right? It is emotionally challenging. So I understand the frustration. You know, do I want the guy to want to be here? Sure, of course I do. But he's also a very good player. And Harbaugh's come out and said there's a high chance he could be with us. I don't know. Listen, at the end of the day, is he a difference maker? Hell yeah. Was he last year? No, he was hurt all last year. Even when he came back, he was hurt. You could see it. He was, I don't think he was getting doubled as often, but eh, you know, I would like him to stay. But if we can get even one first round pick and then some change, sure, but at
But you
the
would
same
trade.
time, like what I'm saying is like I can't understand the frustration because we have been a shitty franchise the last
Here's
10
the
years or so.
frustration. Eric, he doesn't give a shit if we're winning or losing. He just got a Hall of
He
Fame,
wants to get paid.
got a Hall of
Um,
Fame coach, and he has a really
He's
proud.
what, 29? How old is he right now? How old is he?
Like we're looking at Dexter Lawrence
See,
age.
30, he'll be 30. It's 1997. Yeah, listen, he's dude, 29. So, you know, I mean, this is
Dexter
probably his
Lawrence.
last big, it's going to be his last big contract. He's a big dude. You get hurt one time and you're done. So, yeah, you have to look at the other side of the table too. Like you have
I might
to
have missed
understand
it.
what's coming
Would
from.
you trade him?
Would I? Yeah, if he wants to leave, get the hell out of here. If we can get a good price, yeah, yeah, you can trade him.
Okay.
Nobody's untradeable. I mean, there are a handful of guys that are untradeable, but Dexter Lawrence, yeah, you're good, but you're not unmovable.
I
It's fine.
do.
If you don't want to be here, we'll move you.
I was looking at his stats today, and for a nose guard, he had in the past, I think it was the past, whatever the number was, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, he had over 106 rushing the quarterbacks. And the second place person was Vita Vea for the Buccaneers, and he had like
Mhm.
30, he had 32. So
I mean, that is incredible.
he is the best D tackle in football. It's really
Yep.
not close.
Yep.
I'm a big proponent of. I don't know what our salary cap looks like. I'm not
Neither do I. I was just
what's
thinking
going on.
earlier, it's
But
a Nick thing.
you have a number one wide receiver on a rookie deal, a quarterback on a rookie deal, a running back on a rookie deal, your defensive Carter on a rookie deal.
Hmm.
Who are you paying? Like literally, I mean, I could look it up and I'm sure it's Burns and I'm sure it's all these different players,
Yep.
Andrew Thomas. But this is the time to keep your captain. This is the time to keep the best all pro player at their position. This
Yep.
is when you pay them. If this was Dart going into his fifth year, no, you trade him now because you can't afford it. Because
Yep.
let's pray to God, Dart's going to be a $50 million guy.
Yep.
So if it's the fifth year, god damn, even the fourth year, yeah, man, we can't keep you this long. We can't give you 100 million guaranteed.
Sorry. Yeah. And that's the case with a lot of franchises.
But
But,
Darkins is
yeah.
going into his second year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neighbors is only going into his third year. They can't even negotiate yet. It's not like we
Yep.
can give these players extensions. That's how young the core is. I would say you sign him because just the leadership and the transition until these actual idiots take a leadership role, because right now they just think they're celebrities. You want a real football player in there. You want a draft pick. You want a D tackle in particular. I'd sign him. You know, what happens to him, what happens to all these football players is they take a deal in fucking March, and
Yep.
let's say it's for $100. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, another person gets a deal for $120. It's like, well, you just signed the deal. It's not our fault.
Wait. Yeah.
It's not
Wait.
our fault
Let
that
the market reset itself. Yeah.
the salary cap went up, and now all of a sudden players are now getting higher salaries.
Yep.
You signed the contract. So, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to go about it. I'd
It
probably,
is funny too, because it's almost like, well, you said it, you set the standard just now. So instead
yeah,
of
I mean,
doing that, you should just wait for somebody else to do it, you know?
Dexter Lawrence contract. He's under contract through 2027.
Yep. He
So,
wants
one more year.
30 million plus a year. I mean, to your point too, you made a good point. Who the hell are we paying besides like Burns, and why can't we pay him?
We have a lot of bad contracts. So he's getting paid $22 million a year right now, and he wants 30. I'd pay him now, right now.
And also, what are we gonna get that much? Are we gonna get what we're thinking that he's worth after last season when he wasn't
I
that
think
great?
I think an all pro D tackle goes for two first round draft picks, at least one first round draft pick.
That's what I'm saying. So you'd expect maybe two, but probably not after last year.
And
You'll get
then
one
you're gonna
and
have to
then
go
some
to
chump change.
you're gonna have to go to like a team that's win now, right? So let's go to the
Yeah.
end of the draft. Seattle would no. Patriots maybe. Dolphins, no, it's the Broncos.
Patriots could. Yeah.
Kansas City won't because this team also has to be able to take on a contract.
Yep.
Texans, 49ers, Bills, the Bears could, right? Like that'd be a good move for the Bears to
That
take
would
on.
be a very good move for the Bears.
Uh, Steelers, like I don't know. Panthers, Vikings would be a good move for the Vikings, but they're not in win now modes because it's a bizarro effect because the higher you go in the draft, the more they're not in win now. But the lower
Yep.
you go in the draft, the more they don't have any salary cap room.
Right.
So the Jets, who knows?
Well,
Buccaneers, Ravens, Rams, Cowboys, no. Bengals, I mean, the Bengals could fucking use it, but they spent all their money on their three idiot players.
they have the triage, yeah, that take up 80% of their staff. It's
Saints,
crazy.
Commanders, they could use it. The Titans could use it. Like the Titans, I could see but the Titans aren't going to give up the fourth pick. But the Titans maybe could give up next year's first, and then Salah's got his D tackle for the next 5 years. That's a team. So if I were to call my shot, it'd be the Titans first round draft pick next year. That makes sense to me
Yep.
because they also have Cam Ward on a rookie deal. It has to be an exact same situation we're in. So okay, so I say trade him. You say don't. Well, no, I say keep him. You say trade him.
Listen, if you're gonna get paid enough, then yeah, do it for sure. But if the price is right.
All right. Moving on. So we've done an NFL mock draft, me and Bobby, 1.0. We did the first 10 picks, but I just thought for today's purposes, we're just going to do top five because it includes the Jets and the Giants. I'm going to do that, and then Eric's going to do the next segment. So you like that how I talk as if I'm talking to someone? Um, so the NFL mock draft 2.0, in Mike's opinion. So one, we're going to skip it because I think it's Fernando Mendoza. I don't care what he did on his pro day. He's going to go number one draft pick. Number two, there are a lot of people talking about a lot of different positions, but I just think the Jets get Arvell Reese, um, linebacker slash edge from Ohio State. He might slide, but I just think he's the most talented slash production player. Sometimes in the draft, they draft potential over production. This guy's got potential and production. With number two overall, you really can't pick potential. You got to go for stats, and this guy's a stat machine. Cardinals, this one's going to be the tricky one. Okay. What do bad franchises do? They build from the outside in. The Cardinals are going to get Jeremiyah Love because that would be the worst thing that they could do because they're going to be like, we have Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, McBride, and if we get this running back, it'll complete the whole team. And I know they just signed. Did they just sign
They
James?
just signed the backup for Algier. They just signed Algier backup for the Falcons.
Perfect.
Yep.
This is destiny that
Yep.
Jeremiyah Love would go to the Cardinals with Algier as his backup. I might
Yep.
as well, here, there's a prophecy from God right
Got
there.
the number one overall in fantasy. Yep.
Yeah,
10 carries a game.
the perfect. And then everyone who drafts Jeremiyah Love will have to deal
Yep.
with Algier.
Oh yeah, we love that.
Oh
Yep. Yeah.
man,
Handcuff season.
about that one. All right, so
Hmm.
Titans, they're going to draft David Bailey, who actually is the best player in the draft. He's a defensive end from Texas Tech.
Texas Tech guy I am.
And then Giants, there are so many players you could go here. You can get interior help. You can get another linebacker. You can get a Cardinal Tate. I just think it's an absolute no-brainer. You get Caleb Downs. Um, that's not just my opinion. Harbaugh said it himself that he wants his entire life. He's had a dominant safety. Going back to Ed Reed, we have the line. We just need if we bring a safety who can go play everywhere. I just
Yep.
think that's the most valuable thing you are. That's my mock draft 2.0. We're going to have a massive pod, probably with Nick, because he's like an encyclopedia, doing a real official mock draft the day before the draft. So that will come out. This is just our 2.0. So that's it.
Judge
And,
is up right now.
huh?
Oh, he just missed it. Judge, he was up. God, can't help but watch this team every year. Oh, Jesus.
Next
All right.
segment. Next segment is Eric's. The reason I thought of it was Rich Eisen was on the NFL Network, and the NFL Network just got bought out by Disney. They're forming a monopoly over here. So he did top 10 players in the NFL Network's lifespan, which was '03 to 2025. So I kind of thought, well, that's kind of when I started watching football, like '03, '04, '05.
Mm-hmm.
This next top 10 are the best players, Eric, you have ever
Yep.
seen. So you can't go Jerry Rice. It has to be your opinion,
Right, right. That I've grown up with. Yeah.
your
Yep.
eyeballs. Could be even players who just played last year, like Miles Garrett, could be there. I wouldn't
Sure,
give
sure.
a shot. Who is number 10?
Uh, Listen, again, this is just, eye test from when we were growing up, right? I understand this isn't like the all-time top 10, but, I remember growing up and watching guys like my number 10 is Adrian Peterson. I mean, just unbelievable, unbelievable rusher. He came back off the ACL injury, won MVP, just a beast.
Yeah.
Um, you know, it's so funny watching guys like AP, and then you see nowadays where everybody's splitting touches in the backfield. I mean, the guy's just a machine, absolute monster. Uh, you know, Number 10 in my spot. Um,
he was probably the only running back. Like LT, Daniel Thomason avoided people. Adrian Peterson,
yeah, and that's why it was like almost, it's LT was awesome, but you watch AP run through people, it's like this is just, I mean, especially when
I
you're a
actually
kid.
felt bad for the defenders. Or at some
No,
points in the game, I'd be like, this is getting out of hand. He
yeah.
looked like a five-star high school running back. He looked like an NFL running back playing in high school.
When you see like Derrick Henry, remember you could see those
Yeah,
clips
and those
very
clips,
easily of him in high school, and he's just a monster.
yeah,
And
that's who
he's
he looked
running over
like
these guys that are
in
like these
NFL.
linemen are like 5'11", but
Yeah,
he's doing it in the NFL, which is,
yeah,
Derrick Henry's doing that as well. But it's just like, you're a man amongst boys.
yeah.
It's something to watch. Uh Number nine, I think that just want to preface by saying I think that you can kind of interchange a lot of these until you get to the top tier.
Well, okay,
But
that's your list.
number nine for me, and we kind of got to watch this guy pretty recently too, is Gronk. I mean, Gronk's just an absolute monster, four-time Super Bowl champion. I don't even know how many Pro Bowls he has. Uh, he's got four or five All Pros. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, absolute monster, unbelievable. We had the privilege of watching him uh, live when we were living together in Tampa. Just an absolute game-changing player. Unbelievable. 6'6", 250.
I'd say the difference was the blocking.
And blocking too. Yeah,
Not
you
only
saw
was
that
he the
even in
best,
his
he was the
career.
best red zone threat, the best
Yeah.
catcher, the best route. Like, the blocking, he could have been a left tackle.
Yeah.
Like,
6'6", 6'5", 6'6". An absolute monster. Um, Number eight, uh, I want to I want to say Aaron Rodgers, but it's kind of tough. It's tough because the last few years have been so mediocre. And I think that human beings tend to get recency bias. But Aaron Rodgers is just an absolute monster. Four MVPs, multiple Pro Bowls,
best
first
quarterback,
teams.
best quarterback I've ever seen.
I mean,
Like,
I remember when we were growing up, man, he just back up, three-step drop, and you just and it would go 65, 70 yards. It's like the most
running to his
unbelievable,
left, it's
effortless player. Yeah, he
45
just
yards on a dime. I'd be like,
rolls out of the pocket, and it's a bomb. Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson. It was like the most unbelievable, effortless
people forget
quarterback play I've ever seen in my entire life.
he went to like 4 or 5 NFC Championship games. He just kept
Yeah,
losing like bizarre
losing.
games. Like Seattle Seahawks recovered the ball on the onside
Yeah.
kick. It was weird.
It's
So
hard to win, man. It's hard to win in the NFL.
four-time MVP, that's not a bad pick. So
Uh, what are we on now? What are we, seven? Seven,
mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Uh, Next up, Ray Lewis, man. Ray Lewis was an absolute monster. I remember this is like the first bit of football that I watched when I was growing up. I remember what Super Bowl was it? Was it '05? What was the first Super Bowl? Oh, what was the '05 Super Bowl, Mike?
Oh
Do you know off the top of
five,
your
the
head?
Steelers Seahawks.
Steelers Seahawks. It wasn't that year. Anyway, yeah, Ray Lewis, unbelievable. Think he's got 10 or 11 Pro Bowls, Hall of Famer, absolute unit.
Yeah.
Um, you watch that old school Harbaugh defense. Shout out, John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an absolute monster. Just a game changer. I mean, it must be nice having somebody like that, you know, on your linebacking core. Uh, yeah, just an absolute monster, man. Game changing player. Once in a lifetime, once in a generation.
Yeah.
Uh, and then six, I've got JJ Watt, and we got to watch him, fairly recently. Uh, but JJ Watt
He was
is one of the best defensive players I've ever seen, and his brother's kind of running it now. But I mean,
for
I
a
think
four
he's the
year.
only guy with,
He won three defensive player of the years for a 4 year
I
span. It it was ridiculous.
think he's the only player with multiple 20 sack seasons, right? Or is that not true?
Nope, that's true.
Either way, he's an absolute monster.
Yep.
Uh, what are we on five? Five, I'll have to say Calvin Johnson, the Megatron monster. Love to have somebody like that. I think Jackson Dart actually came out the other day and said he was in an interview and they're like, who would you want to play with? Any wide receiver. I think they were kind of avoiding the president because they didn't want to piss anybody off. They didn't want to say like Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase or whatever. But they said the past, and he said Calvin Johnson. I mean, what is he, 6'7"? Was he a tight end? He's a monster. He looked like a power forward out there.
One is curious. Go watch highlights of his only playoff game versus Saints,
His
where
only playoff game. What a shame, dude.
they put two corners on him on the line as if he was a gunner on the punt team, and it was a normal defense. So they had a safety over top and two corners pressing him. Never seen that before or after. He
I
had,
mean,
he had 200 yards that game, by the way. Also
he was a legitimate basketball player, 6'5", 6'6",
running a 4.2.
jumping 40 plus inches in a vertical. I mean, it's a real shame that they only made one playoff run, with Matt Stafford. Shout out to him now. He's doing really well with the Rams. Obviously, he's a Super Bowl winner, but it's just really unfortunate. He had to retire early. I mean, kind of just stuck in purgatory with the Lions. It's brutal. But number four, right? We're on four, 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 four. This is where it kind of gets a little tough. I want to throw Randy Moss in there, but I didn't really watch him that much. I remember when I was younger, he's obviously an amazing player. I didn't get to watch
Right,
him
type
that
it.
that much.
I'm about to type it. Are you putting him in?
I'm gonna go for me the people I grew up watching. I'm running out of spots. So with number four, I'm gonna have to say Peyton, but I want to shout out Randy Moss. Randy Moss is absolutely incredible. I just didn't watch him that much. I remember seeing him on.
No, I'm writing here, not Randy Moss, Peyton Manning. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Peyton. I remember watching Peyton more vividly than I do Randy Moss, but Randy Moss is an absolute monster player. But I remember Peyton. I remember one of the first few years I really started watching football. We had started playing fantasy football. I remember I drafted him that year, and it was when he was on the Broncos too. It was his first year or second year on the Broncos. Remember when he had 50 touchdown passes?
Yeah.
He carried me all the way to the final that year, and then I lost to Nick. I lost to Mike's brother Nick in the final because Peyton threw a last second interception. I lost by 1 point. I lost 2 points on that. On a last second junky overtime bullshit interception.
14 years.
But
Never forget.
yeah, that was a long time ago. Uh
Wonderful.
Peyton Manning. I mean, obvious Hall of Famer, two-time Super Bowl champion, five-time VP. He's just one of the best quarterbacks of our generation. Uh Number three, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's an absolute monster. 10 Pro Bowls, eight first team All Pros, three DPOYs, Hall of Famer, Rookie of the Year, whatever you want to say. This guy is just, for me, when I'm like football prime, been watching for a while. I mean, he is just an absolute monster. I remember watching a workout video that he did when he was like, his first 2 or 3 years. He's just a boy, a man amongst boys. He was just the most ridiculously jacked, 240, 250 pound defensive lineman I've ever seen in my life. And he's just moving people. Um, yeah, no, Aaron Donald. That shout out to his retirement. He had a great run. Uh, Super Bowl champion. Awesome. Number two, Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes obviously is going to be one of the greatest players to ever play. He's already got three Super Bowls. He's got three Super Bowl MVPs, two regular season MVPs. Uh, how many All Pros does he have? Regardless, one of the best players to play the game. Still got a long career ahead of him. Is
Right
he coming
now,
back this year?
I think I, I think I put Peyton Manning in front of Patrick Mahomes right now.
Pat Mahomes.
I think
Maybe
if you
it's
took
recency
away,
bias, Mike, but he's a winner, man.
oh yeah, get it, he's a winner, but versus Tom Brady, he's a loser. And I think if you took
I
away,
think you know who number one's going to
well, if it wasn't number one, I'd just shut the pod. Uh, I
be.
just think I would really, really like to see Peyton Manning's career if you swapped.
Role reverse.
You
Yep.
watch Tom Brady and Josh Allen, and you
Yep.
swap them. Peyton Manning might win five Super Bowls.
Yep.
Like the reality with Peyton Manning is that every player in your fucking list he ran into. He was running into Ray Lewis. He was running into Tom Brady. He was running into all these people. Patrick Mahomes is
Golden
running
era.
into Jalen Hurts. Like my God, man. Like I get it. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes would have dropped that far on my list. I would have switched right now. Peyton Manning won 5 MVPs.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes, I know he got hurt. He wasn't making the playoffs this year. Peyton Manning was a pencil me in 12 wins quarterback
it was pretty
with the
astonishing every
worst
year.
roster on.
11 wins, 12 wins. Yep.
No, he
Yep.
won 7 straight seasons of
Oh,
12
12?
wins. Yes. Then he got
Jesus.
hurt, and then he got three more in a row. So he had 10 straight seasons of 12 plus wins. Meanwhile, in our lives, the New York Giants have had one season of 12 wins.
Yeah, we start losing our
An
minds.
MVP,
Yeah.
two-time Super Bowl champion.
Well, then we take our guys down to Miami, get on a yacht, and take a big picture
I know.
right before a huge playoff game in Green Bay. Yeah.
But I don't, right now, like I have to be honest, Patrick Mahomes the past 2 seasons has been
I
average.
mean, Mike, the team's aging. The offense hasn't been good.
Okay.
The offense is aging. I mean, they drafted
Tom
Xavier
Brady
Worthy,
could go
but
to a lacrosse player. Tom Brady's entire wide receiver core was white.
that's why he's number one.
Go ahead, do number
That's
one.
why he's number one. No, that's why he's number one. Listen, Tom Brady, and you and I had the pleasure of watching him. I remember we were living together in Tampa at the time. It was 2020, COVID year, weird year, but Brady was in Tampa, and man, that city was on fire.
You know,
That was cool. That was one of the cool sports moments that I've had the pleasure of being a part of.
yeah, that's
I
cool.
mean, Tampa was upside down with this guy. And I remember when they won the Super Bowl in 2020 and they won the Super Bowl. I remember just watching the street. Tampa's pretty tame. Tampa's not like nuts for anybody that isn't familiar with the city. They're not that crazy. I mean, there were people swinging from palm trees.
People
They were swinging on the top of the palm trees.
jumping on
Cops,
cars.
get down from there. The guy's swinging in the palm tree back and forth. The Uber comes through, so stupid. Comes through one of the busiest streets, Soho, in in the city, and they're just jumping on the Uber. They're destroying the car, the guy in, he's honking the horn. I mean, it was just an awesome time to be in Tampa. And I'll tell you what, it was really cool watching him in the twilight of his career because you kind of don't appreciate it when he's on the Patriots and we're watching him for so long. We beat him twice, but you kind of don't appreciate how great he was. I mean, he came into this city and he just destroyed everybody. And, you know, it was that was definitely something. It was cool to see the tides turn because I remember, growing up, the Bucks really weren't great.
No,
You know,
the
when
sucking
we were
ears.
younger, huh?
The sucking ears.
Second years, they weren't great.
Yeah.
And you have all your friends that were, that are from Tampa that you were not born with, but raised with.
I think
I
if
mean, like
Miguel,
Miguel, shout out Miguel. Yeah, he's a
I think if
diehard Bucks fan. He had to
lives,
be elated
you know when
over the moon.
Rick takes the simple Rick, eats the
Yeah,
cookies, and he's in happiness.
yeah.
Miguel would get shot right in the back of the head just watching Tom Brady on any given Sunday during those 3 years.
I mean, it was a cool time to be there, man. He's just in his prime. He's just controlling the offense. Man,
He's
Tom Brady is
not even.
absolutely the number one. I don't know if I'll ever be in a city at the same time as something that great. He had
I would
Gronk,
probably,
Antonio Brown before he lost his mind.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, the team, I don't want to get into the team. The team was unbelievable.
Mike Evans.
Auden,
Oh my God.
Antonio Brown, Gronkowski, Chris Auden. You had three Pro Bowl offensive linemen. The defense was ridiculous.
Vita Vea.
Doc Barrett,
Yep.
JPP, Devin White, Leonard, David. It was ridiculous.
Levante David,
All pro
longtime Buck.
all pro
He was
safety.
there in the dark. Levante David was there in the dark times.
Mhm. But no, that
Man,
team was, it probably
what a
would,
team.
the only thing that can compare to like Brady going to a brand new city is probably like Michael Jordan in the 90s.
Yeah. At the
Now
twilight of
let's
his
get we'll
career.
do
I
some
mean, he did. He did that. He did that. He did that with the Wizards, but
low.
they didn't win. That's why it's so special. It's like you just go to a franchise like that, and the twilight of your career, you're written off. Oh, you're part of Belichick's system, and he just goes and turns the whole thing around and dominates. I
Um,
mean,
Second
no,
season he dominated more than the first season. Just everyone got
yeah,
hurt.
yeah, everybody got hurt, and they
So
made some bad defensive calls. If you remember against the Rams that
oh,
year,
don't forget that. That's
Cooper Cup was just a unstoppable machine.
do cover two. All right, guys. All right, Eric. Worst take, last few segments, then we're done with the pod. It's already 9 o'clock.
Yep.
It's called the worst take, the best take, and the last minute shout out. I'll go first so you kind of get the gist of it. So you're not on it every week. So you can just do one of yours from the past few months or it could be the last week.
Yep.
So my worst take of the week so far is my fantasy baseball draft. Julio Rodriguez and Cal Riley have combined for one home run and eight RBIs and have a combined batting average of .153.
But it's so early, Mike. It's so early.
I do this every
You're gonna
week,
be
Eric. I
fine.
do this every
That's
week.
not even a bad take.
It's my
There's
worst take right
they're
now.
such good players. Yeah. But next week it's gonna be your best take. Watch him.
Maybe
Cal Raleigh has a three-homer game. Yeah, you're gonna
I
be
got
fine.
robbed from a player who's also on my team. Um, so yeah, that's my worst take of the week. What is yours?
My worst take, and I'm going to circle back because in hindsight, it's so obvious. It was so stupid. My worst take was picking Duke to win everything, when in reality, Michigan was one of the
They lost on
best
a buzzer
teams.
beater.
Huh?
They lost on a buzzer beater.
They threw the ball away.
Yeah.
Do you watch that clip? Boozer's kid?
Uh,
He threw the ball away. He threw the ball away and they didn't have to.
Well, that goes right into my best take. My best take of the week was Michigan winning it all. I loved Dusty May from the beginning. When second he got that job, I watched him in the regular season. I thought it was a no-brainer. Michigan winning the national championship. I did pick it. I didn't win any money because a lot of other people picked them, but I did predict it right.
Uh, best take, best take. I got to be honest, I don't have a best take that I'm not doing like sports betting or anything, but best take, I want to preemptively say this. If I'm ever on the pod again, I just want to give a take. I do have false hope. I do think the Yankees are going to go far this year. That being said, that being said, I'm not going to be delusional. I'm not going to be delusional, but I do think that we're going to make a deep playoff run this year. Hopefully, we make the World Series. I think we have good starting pitching. I think that we're hitting well. I think that we're running bases well. I think that we're doing all the fundamentals correctly. I think we can go far. That is my preemptive best take for the future.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Last minute shout out. This is for work. I am wearing a work shirt. Boys lacrosse, Tampa Catholic boys lacrosse. Not that any of them will watch this, but they just broke the TC all-time record for wins in a season.
Oh
They're
yeah.
a really, really great team, and that's why I just want to shout out.
Oh yeah. No, last shout out, right? Shout out. Shout out to the Bolton Central School, upstate New York, Lake George. Shout out to the boys varsity basketball team, state champions. I know it's not a huge thing for people not watching, but it's a very small school that I graduated from, Mike's familiar with, and without a lot of a big, they don't have a really big player selection in terms of populace, but they were well coached this year. They had a lot of talent, and they pulled off
Cover,
a state
Honey
championship.
Cover.
Class D, woo! Go
All right,
Eagles! Go
Eric,
Eagles!